You want to know why our grandparents stayed together? They weren't looking at ass cheeks all day on Instagram and refreshing it and going, oh, well, that girl looks younger, that girl looks better, that girl's face tuned, and I think that is what these young women that they're following are telling them. You've got 13-year-olds getting lip injections, right? Because they want to look like Kylie Jenner. Again, not a shot to Kylie Jenner, but what society have we created that ever made Kylie Jenner feel like she had to go out and buy those lips, that she had to contour her entire face and change her entire body? She was already a beautiful little girl. So the society is ill. It's not normal, right? Don't let these people convince you that that's normal. That's cancer, and that cancer will become contagious to you. If you accept that, you don't follow better role models.
This is amazing. I mean, it's almost as if she fully understands exactly what's going on, but she just like won't address the elephant in the room because her base won't like it. What's the word for that? Pandering. Yeah. This is wild. She is clearly talking about the patriarchy. Clearly. Why else do little girls want to get lip injections? Why else do, you know what I mean? Like, who set the beauty standards and all of that stuff, right? Like, yeah. Who did that? This is crazy.
You want to know why our grandparents stayed together? They weren't looking at ass cheeks all day on Instagram. And
that's not why our grandparents stayed together. Our grandparents stayed together because G-Ma couldn't leave G-Pa. And if she did, where was she going to go? Especially after she had kids. She couldn't just divorce her man. There was no fault divorce back then. You couldn't just get up and leave because he was abusive or he was neglectful or you just didn't like the way he smelled or you didn't like that he snored at night. You couldn't do that. That's why your grandma stayed with your grandpa. That's also why a bunch of men ended up what they would say pushing up daisies. Isn't that where the phrase comes from? From that era when women were killing men, when wives were killing their husbands and burying them in the back in their daisy bushes and whatever the hell. That's why. Because women couldn't drive. They couldn't move around the world freely. They couldn't get certain surgeries without a man's consent. They had little to no autonomy over their bodies. They, even if they got an education, they weren't allowed to be scientists. You know what I mean? They weren't allowed to be doctors. They weren't like, they were very restricted. They were very, very restricted. So you create this false society. You create this artificial society where women are artificially dependent on men, because it's not like women can't take care of themselves, but you create a society in which you lock women out of every single resource and access to anything that would allow them any autonomy or freedom. And now they're completely reliant upon men. Boom. And then you feed them bullshit about marriage and about how much they need a man and how men will make, how men will be your protector and your provider and you'll have a soft life and, whatever else they used to tell the women in those days. And you want to have a princess wedding and all of that stuff. And that's what happened. Yeah, but mainly it was systemic though, that women were and are oppressed, but they were definitely oppressed. And also, even now it happens, women can't leave men if they're pregnant. So that was legal in all 50 states at one point in time. That was the rule in all 50 states. If a woman was pregnant, she couldn't leave her man. And we all know that men become their most abusive to women when women are pregnant. That's when a woman is her most vulnerable. That and at the end of a relationship, at a breakup.
And refreshing it and going, oh, well, that girl looks younger, that girl looks better, that girl's face tuned, and I think that is what these young women that they're following.
That was a weird connection. So so I thought she was saying that men, hold on, let's go back. This is weird. This point is so weird to me.
You want to know why our grandparents stayed together? They weren't looking at ass cheeks all day on Instagram.
So she's talking about men, right? Men looking at that, because women don't look at ass cheeks all day, I don't think.
And refreshing it and going, oh, well, that girl looks younger, that girl looks better,
and then now she's saying that girl looks younger. I think she's saying like this is from a woman's perspective now. That girl looks younger than me. that girl, you know what I mean? Whatever to me, right? That's what she's saying.
Girls face tuned, and I think that is what these young women that they're following are telling them. You've got 13-year-olds getting lip injections, right?
But wait. But Candace, what the fuck does that have to do? What does that have to do with our grandparents staying together? I'm so confused by this. When I initially heard this, I've listened to this video like 5 times. When I initially listened to it, I thought she was saying men were swiping and men were looking at this and was like, whatever. But now I'm listening to it. She's referring to women. So are women, this is so crazy. She literally is not making a point. Like, she's just saying, it's just clickbait at this point, right? Like, what are you saying? How does this connect to people not being able to stay together in a relationship? Little girls? What? This is so crazy. Wow, this is amazing.
Because they want to look like Kylie Jenner. Again, not a shot to Kylie Jenner, but what society
definitely a shot to Kylie Jenner.
Have we created that ever made Kylie Jenner feel like she had to go out and buy those lips?
That is called the patriarchy. The reason why women, and this is not to say that this is the reason. All right, I've had this discussion before. So individually speaking, I don't think most women get surgery or, enhancements or wear makeup or weaves or whatever, simply to garner the attention of men, right? I don't believe that. I do, however, think women do that. And the reason why those things in our minds as a society, the reason why women specifically think those things make them look better is because of the beauty standards that exist in our society. Now, who set those beauty standards? It's not women, it's men, right? Okay. So men have set those beauty standards, and women want to look beautiful and feel beautiful, right? And so they do the things that make them look and feel beautiful. It doesn't mean that they're trying to garner the attention of men, right? Like I said, that's not what it is. Individually speaking, a woman wears makeup. I'm not thinking in my mind, oh, she must be doing that so some man could talk to her. That's not what I'm thinking at all. I'm thinking she just wants to look her best in her mind, right? But the way we got there was through the patriarchy, because men like certain things. Men fetishize women and their body parts, and men also they love youth. They think youth and beauty is connected. So the skinnier you are, the more frail you are, and the closer you look to a prepubescent girl, the more attractive you are. I don't think women set that standard. I don't think most. I couldn't see one woman thinking that's the standard for beauty, right? Obviously, men set that standard. Obviously, because we're creeps. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck any of this has to do with men and women staying married at all. I have no idea. She has completely lost the plot, and I'm just trying to figure it out at this point.
That she had to contour her entire face and change her entire body. She was already a beautiful little girl. So the society is ill. It's not normal, right? Don't let these people convince you that that's normal. That's cancer, and it will.
That's oppression. Why are you calling it all of this weird shit? It's oppression. Women are oppressed. One of the systems that is leading to this oppression is the patriarchy. She can't say that though, because her base wouldn't like that. So instead, she's just saying like buzzwords. She's a genius at this, by the way. She just said a bunch of like buzzwords and like buzz phrases so that people, oh yeah, you're spinning. But listen to what she said from start to finish. Nothing connected to the thing before it, right?
You want to know why our grandparents stayed together? They weren't looking at ass cheeks all day on Instagram and refreshing it and going, oh, well, that girl looks younger, that girl looks better, that girl's face tuned, and I think that is what these young women that they're following are telling them. You've got 13-year-olds getting.
How did we get there? I'm still lost. If anybody can help me in the comments in this video, that'd be great. What does that have to do with the last thing? I don't get it at all.
Lip injections, right? Because they want to look like Kylie Jenner. Again, not a shot to Kylie Jenner, but
she was talking about married women and then went to 13-year-old girls. that is my mind is blown, right? Like that is a weird connection. When I think of married women, I don't think of 13-year-old girls. It doesn't cross my mind. Those two things don't connect at all.
What society have we created that ever made Kylie Jenner feel like she had to go out and buy those lips, that she had to contour her entire face and change her entire body? She was already a beautiful little girl. So the society is ill. It's not normal, right? Don't let these people convince you that that's normal. That's cancer, and that cancer will become contagious to you.
Wow. Okay. Hey, I tried. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. I had to break those two things up in two separate parts because they didn't connect. They just didn't connect. I'm sorry. Wow. This is people listen to Candace Owens. This is crazy.